Hello everyone, I am Tanu and this is my project.
SecureMindAI.
It's a real-time fraud detection system that uses machine learning, encrypted vector search and CyborgDB to catch the fraudulent transactions with very high accuracy. And it keeps all the financial data completely secure. Today online payments are growing fast. So along with it, online frauds are also increasing. Even a small delay in detection can lead to a big loss. SecureMind AI solved this by giving instant fraud alerts without exposing any private customer information. Here is how it works. The model learns patterns from the past fraud cases and understands what suspicious activity look like. And every new transaction is converted into an encrypted vector. Basically, it is a safe and scrambled numerical form. And these encrypted vectors are stored and searched inside the CyborgDB, which is a super fast and secure vector database. And when a new transaction comes in, so the system compares it with millions of past encrypted transactions and instantly predicts whether it is fraud or normal and along with a risk score. Because everything stays encrypted throughout the process, even the bank or an attacker can't see the actual transaction details, and this gives us both speed and privacy at the same time. So my model performs really well, and it gives 99.95% accuracy, 100% recall, meaning it didn't miss any fraud cases, and 97.56% precision, which means most of the flagged frauds were truly fraud. So by combining the machine learning with the encrypted vector search inside the CyborgDB, SecureMind AI provides fast, accurate, and fully private fraud detection. So here we can see the main dashboard of the SecureMind AI. So here we can see that the machine learning model has been trained and the transaction embedding were created, and Cyborg the encrypted database is fully initiated. And here on the left side we can see the security status. So here it shows the encryption enabled. So basically it means like all the transaction vectors in CyborgDB are fully encrypted. And here the vector dimension 19, it shows like the each transaction is converted into a 19 dimensional vector, so which basically acts like a numerical fingerprint. So basically it helps the systems to find the similar fraud pattern quickly. And the total vectors are 10,000. So here we can see the quick states. So this is the system overview, the total transactions, the fraudulent transaction. That is, it found 200 frauds out of 10,000. And this is the model accuracy and it's the speed of the model. So basically it shows the entire system is ready and performing well. Now let's see about the transaction amount distribution. So here the first, this chart shows the distribution of transaction amount. So here we can see the green, so it shows the normal transaction, and here we can see the red, it shows the fraud one. So here we can clearly see the fraud happening across many small amounts, which means the real world fraud patterns. And this next chart shows the fraud by merchant category. Highest category like the jewelries, electronics have more fraud, while the groceries and the pharmacy stays low. And at the bottom here we can see the transaction timeline. So, like it happens each day, and when the fraud spikes occur, so this helps understand the trends and detect the unusual patterns. And last, we can see the model performance summary. So here the precision is 97.56%, meaning like almost every flagged transaction truly is fraud. And the recall is 100%, meaning the model doesn't miss any fraud cases. The accuracy F1 score, that is the 98.77%, and the accuracy is 99.95%. Now let's see the real-time detection. Okay. So this is the page where users can test any transactions in real time. And it shows the model and the encrypted database are ready. And you can either choose a random transactions or manually you can enter the amount. Let me use a random one. Here we can see the result. The transaction is normal and it found the fraud count is 0. Okay. Now let me put the manual input. Like here the transaction is the default one already given. Let makes it 3000, right? And now let's analyze the transaction. So it detect the fraud because here we can see the risk score is 86.2%. Okay, and it is above the threshold. That is the reason it has detected the fraud. Okay, and here we can see the recent detection history. Now moving forward on the analytics, basically it shows a deeper behavior pattern. Here we can see which hour of the day have more fraud, usually late nights. And there's a chart for the card age, that is the newly issued or stolen card, that shows the higher fraud. And basically it helps banks understand when and where the fraud is more likely to happen. And now let's see the feature importance and the top 15 most important feature for fraud detection. Here we can see, and this is the feature correlation. So basically this correlation matrix helps to validate that the model is learning meaningful patterns and not the random noise. So basically it shows that the 10,000 encrypted vectors are stored, and operations like the insert and search happens extremely fast, and even with the encrypted turned on. So basically, it proves that the system is efficient and scalable. Now let's see the performance matrices. So here we can see the CyborgDB performance and the throughput analysis. Here we can see, and this is the security status. Here the encryption is enabled and the cache status is clean. And this is the model performance that we had already discussed. So overall, SecureMindAI combines the machine learning with the encrypted vector search to deliver fast, accurate, and fully secure fraud detection without exposing any customer data. So it makes it practical solutions for bank and financial institutions. So that's all. Thank you.